Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. In Jammu and Kashmir, polling for third and final phase of urban local body elections underway amidst tight security. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu says judiciary plays a crucial role in strengthening democracy. Met Office predicts heavy rainfall in northeastern states during next 24 hours. Indian Navy rescues about 130 sailors stranded in cyclonic storm Luban near Oman coast. In sports, Indian women enter hockey semi-final of Youth Olympics at Buenos Aires, defeating Poland. And India were 162 for 4 in their first innings of the second and final cricket test in reply to 311 by West Indies at Hyderabad. In Jammu and Kashmir, polling for the third phase of municipal elections is underway peacefully under elaborate security arrangements. In Jammu division till 12 noon, about 60% polling was recorded in 4 municipal committees of Samba district. Polling is taking place at 300 polling stations across the state. Out of the 300 polling stations, 241 stations have been categorized as hypersensitive, of which 222 are in the Kashmir division and 19 in Jammu division. Here is more from our Jammu correspondent.
In Samba district of Jammu division, people are coming out in large numbers to exercise their franchise. In Municipal Committee Ramgarh, the poll percentage was 73%, followed by 69% in Badi Brahmana Municipal Committee, 65% in Vijaypur Municipal Committee and 50% in Samba Municipal Committee. A total of 242 candidates, including 84 female, are in the fray for 56 wards. With today's polling, urban local body election will be completed in 10 districts of Jammu division. The last phase will take place on October 16. A total of 3,372 nominations have been filed for 1,145 wards. R.K. Raina for Air News from Jammu.
Meanwhile, polling is also underway peacefully for 3 municipal bodies in Kashmir Valley. More from a correspondent.
Amid tight security and sunny day, peaceful and orderly polling is underway in third phase of municipal elections in Kashmir Valley. Out of 10 municipal bodies slated for polling today, polling is being held only in 3, as most of the candidates have got elected uncontested in remaining 7 municipal bodies. 13 wards of Uri Municipal Committee in Baramulla district have witnessed very brisk polling, as 60% of the total votes got cast by 12 in the day. However, the polling in 26 wards of Srinagar Municipal Corporation and 7 wards of Mattan Municipality in Anantnag district has not picked up and has remained very low till noon. Mushtaq Makantre, AR News, Srinagar.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has said judiciary has a crucial role to play in deepening our democratic roots. He was speaking at the inauguration ceremony of the newly built annex of the Allahabad High Court building. Mr. Naidu said judiciary can do so by ensuring speedy and even-handed justice. The Vice President said cyber crimes have opened up an altogether new dimension in jurisprudence. He said cyber crimes and their ramifications transcend defined jurisdictions. He expressed hope that the courts have already realized the impending danger and equipped themselves accordingly. Taking on huge volume of pending cases, he said courts must make use of innovative tools such as Lok Adalat and Gram Nyayalay and fast-track courts. Mr. Naidu said the best possible use of information technology should also be ensured to make procedures transparent. In Chhattisgarh, the State Congress Working President and legislator Ram Dayal Uike today joined BJP ahead of the assembly elections in presence of BJP's National President Amit Shah at a function in Bilaspur. Uike represents the Pali Tanakhar Assembly constituency in the State Legislative Assembly. The senior tribal leader was appointed State Working President of Chhattisgarh earlier this year. Ram Dayal Uike was a BJP legislator when Chhattisgarh came into existence in the year 2000, but he vacated his Marwahi seat reserved for the scheduled tribes to enable the then Chief Minister Ajit Jogi to contest by-election to enter the assembly. In Rajasthan, 18 more persons tested positive for Zika virus in Jaipur. The total number of infected patients now has risen to 50. Virus has also spread in Sindhi camp area of the city as well. Health officials have not denied the incidence of the virus in other areas of the city too. More from our correspondent.
More than 200 teams are conducting survey of the Zika affected areas. Fogging and other anti-larva activities are being carried out in the affected areas of the city to prevent the spread of the virus. According to health officials, 30 of the total patients treated are fine now. The health department has also issued an advisory for pregnant women staying outside not to visit the affected areas. The health department appealed the people to keep their houses and water tanks clean for ensuring mosquito-free environment. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Jammu and Kashmir, one Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist was killed in an encounter in Pulwama district in wee hours today. Security forces had launched a search operation in the area on specific information about presence of terrorists in Baba Gund locality. The terrorists fired on the search party, triggering an encounter. Arms and ammunition have been recovered from the slain terrorist. Meanwhile, terrorists have killed a police personnel in Sopore area of North Kashmir. In Assam, at least 4 persons sustained minor injuries in an explosion at Pan Bazar area near Guwahati. Police is investigating the nature of the explosion. Injured persons have been admitted to a nearby hospital. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. The Meteorological Department has warned of heavy rainfall at isolated places over Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura and Manipur in next 24 hours as the cyclonic storm Titli approaches towards northeast. The well-marked low-pressure area over Gangetic West Bengal and neighborhood weakened further into a low-pressure area and lay over Gangetic West Bengal and adjoining Bangladesh. Strong wind speed of 30 to 40 kilometers per hour are likely to blow along and off West Bengal coast during next 12 hours, while the sea conditions will be moderate to rough along the West Bengal and Bangladesh coast in next 12 hours. Fishermen have been advised not to venture into the sea along and off the coast west of West Bengal and Odisha, deep sea areas of North and Central Bay of Bengal today, also owing to rough to very rough sea condition. Indian Navy today rescued about 130 crew members from Gujarat stranded in cyclonic storm Luban near Oman coast and shifted them to a safer place. Royal Navy of Oman also participated in the operation. According to the official release of Gujarat government, they have been saved following timely instructions from the Government of India and the Gujarat government. More from our Ahmedabad correspondent.
About 130 sailors, mostly from Gujarat, were on board of several ships stationed at the Salalah port in Oman, which was going to hit by imminent landfall of cyclone Luban. The majority of the sailors were willing to leave the port for safer destinations, but some had refused. According to official release issued in Gandhinagar, Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani held talks with the Centre, Gujarat Maritime Board and Indian Navy to rescue these 130 sailors. After the mediation of Indian Navy and Gujarat government, the Royal Navy of Oman had evacuated these sailors who were not ready to leave the Salalah port earlier. Yogesh Pandya, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
Hurricane Michael has landed on a Florida beach town like the mother of all bombs, almost wiping it off the map. The official said the storm smashed into the state's northwest coast near Mexico Beach on Wednesday with 250 km/h winds. The hurricane, one of the most powerful in United States history, has killed 16 people, with fears the toll will rise. According to U.S. emergency management officials, rescuers still have not been able to reach some of the hardest hit areas. Mexico Beach is yet to report any fatalities, but rescuers working there have yet to carry out a thorough search of the devastated area. Meanwhile, more than 1 million homes remain without power in Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Virginia and the Carolinas. The Hurricane Michael's shrieking winds and wall of water swept beachfront homes off their foundations, snapped boats in two and knocked over 30-ton freight rail cars like toys. In Nepal, at least 8 climbers, including 5 Korean nationals, have been killed in a massive landslide. The incident occurred last evening when the base camp of Mount Gurja in Dholagiri Himalaya range buried in the landslide. Our correspondent reports that one Nepali climber is still missing.
5 Korean and 3 Nepali climbers died last evening in Mount Gurja after their camp was devastated by a violent snowstorm. The climbers were camped at the foot of 7,193-meter Mount Gurja and waiting for a window of good weather to move forward to reach the summit. According to Nepal police, bodies of 8 climbers were spotted this morning in the wreckage of their camp by a rescue team. One Nepali climber is also missing. The rescue work is hampered due to bad weather and icy wind conditions. Rajkumar, AIR News, Kathmandu.
Renowned Hindustani musician Annapurna Devi passed away at the Breach Candy Hospital in Mumbai today. She was 91. According to hospital officials, the legendary singer breathed her last at 3:51 a.m. She was suffering from age-related issues for the last few years. Annapurna Devi was an Indian Surbahar player of Hindustani classical music and was the daughter and disciple of Alauddin Khan. She was married to sitar maestro Pandit Ravi Shankar. President Ramnath Kovind has condoled the death of the classical musician. In his message, Mr. Kovind said she was a rare talent and a generous teacher. He said her life will always serve as a poignant inspiration for women artists. The Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana, DDUGKY, is a Government of India's youth employment scheme. It helps to transform rural poor youth into an economically independent and globally relevant workforce in the country. The scheme enables a livelihood to the rural youths of the age group of 15 to 35 years. This scheme is generating employment for youth in 21 states and union territories, including Andhra Pradesh. Here is a ground report from our Visakhapatnam correspondent.
Being on the ground and inspiring and motivating the rural youth, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi introduced the concept of uplifting rural youth in the country. DDU-GKY has 690 projects with 300 partners in more than 330 trades from 82 industry sectors. Speaking to All India Radio, beneficiary T. Ramaya, engineering student of Visakhapatnam, said that she took a training of soft skills and communication where they provided accommodation, food and stipend during training, which helped to get placement immediately.
I completed engineering in electronics. To get placement in the industry, I needed a skill. Got to know about this scheme, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Yojana, which helps the poor rural youth. Had training in communication skills, soft skills and on-the-job training for 2 months.
About 69% of the country's youth population between the ages of 18 and 34 years live in its rural areas, which needs assistance in getting suitable employment as per the education. A total of 2.7 lakh candidates have been trained and 1.34 lakh candidates have been placed in jobs in the course of the last financial year. With the report of Mahesh Srinivas from Visakhapatnam, Abhishek Mukhopadhyay, AIR News.
In Youth Olympic Games, the Indian women's team notched up a comfortable 3-0 win over Poland to enter the semi-finals of the hockey competition of the 2018 in Argentina. Lal Sembriami, Captain Salima Tete and Baljit Kaur contributed to the under-18 team's victory with 1 goal each. India were 173 for 4 at tea on the second day of the second test against West Indies in Hyderabad. Skipper Virat Kohli is on crease along with Ajinkya Rahane. Earlier, Chiteshwar Pujara got out on a score of 10, while Prithvi Shaw made 52 off 42 balls. West Indies were all out for 311 in their first innings. Roster Chase made 106 for the visitors. Umesh Yadav took 6 wickets, conceding 88 runs. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. In Jammu and Kashmir, polling for third and final phase of urban local body elections underway amidst tight security. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu says judiciary plays a crucial role in strengthening democracy. Met Office predicts heavy rainfall in northeastern states during next 24 hours. Indian Navy rescues about 130 sailors stranded in cyclonic storm Luban near Oman coast. In sports, Indian women enter hockey semi-final of Youth Olympics at Buenos Aires, defeating Poland. And India were 173 for 4 at tea in their first innings of the second and final cricket test in reply to 311 by West Indies at Hyderabad. And with that, we end the midday news.